Look what time it is.
3½ minutes from 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'll be late for school. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Father.
Are you permitting that child to go to school?
I like the spirit that makes her want to go after sitting up all night.
But she'll collapse by afternoon.
She'll be home in half an hour.
What?
This is Saturday, Mr. Brown. There is no school.
Well, bless me, so it is.
And so was the pie cured and came by his strength, which he'd sorely need. For it's twice around the course at Aintree, and 30 jumps. In the greatest race a horse can run in all this world.
We pause now for station identification. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
There came a day when I stopped training the horse, and Velvet stopped riding him. And that was the day before we left for Aintree. That night, Mr. Eads stopped by the house.
And what time will you be leaving, Mr. Brown? Oh, I'm not crazy, man. I'm staying home where I belong. It's Velvet and Master Taylor and the horse. In a hired van at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Boy, got a jockey yet to ride the brute?
We're meeting one there tomorrow. Name of Ivan Tasky, sir.
In that case, I've a pound note to wager. Here you are, lad, to win. That's a pound wasted.
I'll put it in the book with the other bets, Mr. Ead.
Other bets? You're the 10th man here today, Mr. Ead.
11th.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown, 11th. It's bad enough to see this family wasting its money, but when I see the village of Sewells throwing good money after bad, it's enough to make me lose my faith in humanity.
I'm glad to hear you've got faith in humanity, Mr. Brown. As for me, I'd sometimes sooner put my faith on a horse.
It's come, boy. The van for the horse is here.
And Velvet?
Saying goodbye to her mother. Master Taylor, you'll understand, I'm not a frivolous man, but I'd like to risk a couple of pounds. Put it on the pie for me.
Yes, sir.
And, I'll not be angry if you say nothing about it to the missus.
No.
Good luck, boy.
Thank you, sir.
What's the jockey's name again, My?
Ivan Tasky. Now get some sleep, Velvet. We've got a long way ahead of us.
My, do you think he'll like the pie, Mr. Tasky?
He'll like him all right.
How do we know these jockey clothes are going to fit him?
All jockeys are the same size, same brain, same vision. Seeing the world from the height of a horse. And what's that you're doing?
Taking my braces off.
I told your mother I'd take care of you, Velvet.
Oh, just this once, My. I've got all the rest of my life to wear them.
All right. But get some sleep. We'll be meeting Tasky first thing in the morning. More coffee, Mr. Tasky.
No thanks. So, this is Miss Brown. Such a little girl.
Her money's as good as anybody's. And wait till you see the pie. He's a real horse, Mr. Tasky.
Well, what does it matter? Tomorrow I ride him. Tomorrow night I go back to Paris. Such a little girl. Only in England can it happen that a child brings a plow horse from the field.
He's not a plow horse, Mr. Tasky.
We'll take you to see the pie now, Mr. Tasky. Once you see him,
No.
you'll realize what...
You are serious?
Well, why not? Say hello, get the feel of him.
Shake his
get
hand. Give him calling card. Make bow.
Yeah, maybe it is foolish.
It'd be just as foolish for Mr. Tasky to ride him.
Velvet.
The little girl does not like me?
You may be a fine rider, Mr. Tasky, but the pie would know your heart's not in it. He would know you don't believe in him.
Mr. Taylor, what you call her? Crazy, eh?
No, Mr. Tasky, truthful. Come on, Velvet, let's go back to the van. I'll try and find us another jockey.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, is that you?
Yes. I didn't mean to be so late. I've been looking everywhere.
No luck?
No. Tried everything. Asked everybody. There'll be no race tomorrow for the pie. searching for weeks for a rider, and then you say, no, thank you, Mr. Tasky, goodbye.
But my, he just didn't believe.
He's a rider. Things happen in a race, Velvet.
Not with the pie. He'd know. My, why don't you ride him yourself?
Do you want to know why? I'll tell you why. It's been going around in my mind all night. Sure, I was a jockey once. And one fine day I rode at Manchester. There were 3 of us going for the final jump together. And I saw a chance to win, and I took it. It was me that did it. There was a tangle of reins and horses and jockeys, and one of the jockeys got killed. That's why I don't ride anymore, because I'm afraid. I'm all soft and yellow inside, so I don't ride. That's why I'm no good to you when you need me the most.
Oh, no, my. It's you that kept me going. There's greatness in you, my.
No, there's nothing in me.
Oh, no, my. No.
I left her there crying. And late that night, after she had gone to bed, I came back for the pie, and I led him over to the course. Dark it was, save for the stars, but the horse was deserving to see something of all he was going to miss. If I wasn't a yellow coward, I'd ride you myself, Pie. But you wouldn't know me, would you? I've never been up there on your back. She's been the only one. Except if I get on your back now. If I gave you the chance to learn the weight of me. Pie, I'm doing it. I'm getting up in the saddle. Go on, throw me. I dare you, throw me. That's it, Pie. Straight down the course. Get a good look at it now. Tomorrow you'll not have the chance. For we'll be flying down here like the devil himself was on our heels. And up there in the stands, the king and queen will be watching us. Breeze around, Pie. I came back to the van. I'd wake her up and tell her how I'd ride the pie myself, that I wasn't yellow anymore, that I'd do this thing she wanted so badly. But when I got to the van, the lamp was lit and there was Velvet, wearing the jockey silks her ma had made.
Look, Ma, look. They fit me. They fit fine.
Oh, what in the name of all that's crazy?
The pie's going to race, Ma, and I'm going to ride him. They'll never know I'm a girl. If you cut my hair, I'll be exactly right.
And get your silly little neck exactly broken. 40 horses and riders ready to trample you over. I'll not let you do it, Velvet.
Oh, please, Ma, please.
Besides, there's no need for it. Suppose I told you that just now tonight, I found us a rider.
I should still want to ride him myself. Ma, I know you're angry, but you'll understand. If you ever rode a horse again, you'd want to win. That's how I feel.
So, now it's the glory of winning you want for yourself, is that it?
Yes.
Well, perhaps you're right. Perhaps that's what I'd want if I'd ever ride again. All right, he's yours.
Oh, my, I knew you'd see it. I knew
all right,
you'd...
now, hold on. There's a lot of things we have to do. 1 chance in 100 that will fool him.
My hair.
What?
Here, my scissors. Go ahead and short at the back now. Short.
Oh, Velvet. I wish your mother were here.
She is here. She's inside me.
You'll be disqualified at the end when they find you're a girl. You'll have to forfeit the prize money. They may even send you to prison for fraud. But if there's trouble, you tell them it was me that did it. You understand? It was me that put you up to it.
There won't be any trouble, Mike.
Now listen. There's a lot of tricks you'll have to learn.
It's no use, Mike.
Well, girl, do you think a race like this is won by luck?
No. It's won by knowing the pie can win and telling him so.
How do I tell of the race that was run the next day? Of 40 horses and 40 riders, flying down the straightaways, soaring over the jumps, the pounding of the hoofs, and the shouting of the jockeys, and the whole wild delirium of it all. 40 it was that started, but not a dozen were left for the finish, and me too scared to look at the jumps for fear she'd be the next one down. But the jumps are behind now, and down the stretch they come, and she's still up and snug and maybe even gaining a little. Come on, Velvet! Hang on, Velvet! Come on, Pie! I stood there, my head fair bursting. She couldn't have won. But what my brain could not believe my own eyes saw. I saw the pie in front and going away. And then it happened. She just seemed to melt from the saddle. And there she was on the ground. And the next thing I knew, I was pounding on the door at the track hospital. What happened to her, sir? What happened to her? Is she all right?
She only fainted exhausted.
Oh,
She? How did you know? Here, what do you know about her?